Hello, Taurus. How's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. I'm Sarah, and we are doing your general reading for the new moon in Aries. That's sidereal astrology. So it's going to be a bit of a time for debilitated energy, especially with this partial solar eclipse that is happening as well. But a perfect opportunity to use that contrary energy to work with, weaknesses and strengths, and to just try and focus, let go of things that no longer serve you, as well as, making space, simultaneously making space for new things that can. So with that, let's get into your reading. Bear with me, I'm still just getting over this cold, but so much better now, thank goodness. We're going to check in and start off with an oracle card from the Deviant Moon's Abandoned Oracle deck. And it's starting to get dark in here, so I'm just going to try and catch some more light for us here. So, hey, we're doing good. So let's get into this reading. You can see we already got some friends in the chat. That's amazing. So we have surprise, perfect card for a perfect occasion. Well, let's keep this up and going here. So the element of surprise. That can be a wondrous thing. Can be a little bit scary too, surprise. So, we can read into that in various ways. And, it looks like here we have a Jack in the box. So I'm not really sure exactly what that can indicate. It could be something that resonates with you on a personal level, but it's definitely unanticipated, and it's either good or bad. It's a feeling of being startled, a state of shock, also amazement, and there could be some indication of novelty. So if you are into novelty items, this card is for you. So let's get into your reading here, Taurus. Oops, we're doing things a little bit backwards. We have the Hanged One. So having a little bit of difficulty changing your perspective on a certain matter. You may be fully aware of what this card is talking about, or, we may need to look a little further into what the next cards reveal for us. Excuse me. So maybe you just need to see that things are not as bad as they seem. And that's good. I do not see why that would be a bad thing, but there is certainly like a period of grief, despair. Could be, you were stabbed in the back by some people, or just any kind of situation where someone really went out of their way to, kill your spirit on some level. But it's, it's the time, I think, now to Could be time for letting go, just a time to see that, you know, just to recognize it along with any grief and trauma that we've experienced. There is good experiences happening as well. So that is definitely important. An important aspect of the healing journey that the cards seem to be revealing. So overlooking the situation, though, there is, Capricorn also got this card. There is an element of trickery, of thievery. This could also be something like hearsay, like people are talking smack. And, you know, it's, you know, on some level, it may feel like it's robbing you of your dignity, but I would say that with this reversed hanged one, as in combination with the 3 of Swords reversed, it's probably not as bad as you think it is. And if it is bad, you probably have what it takes to get through it. There are still 2 swords left over. This person cannot handle what it is they are trying to take from you. I even said in the last reading that reminds me of that song with Rozelle and Michelle. You know, the soul is the purest treasure of the heart, so you can't steal what you ain't got. And it's, I don't know, that's real. That's what came to my mind with this card. So we got 2 cups that are being dumped right now. And it just speaks to a lack of balance subconsciously within your emotional realm. And it's just a matter, and that could be the reason why you are really having a hard time transforming the way that you see things. Emotions are getting the best of you for whatever reason. So you may want to do some self-care, check your feelings, check your hormones, pay attention to whatever cycles that you're in. And those are like the standard things that I would tell anybody, as well as just making sure that you have what you need socially. If you're fulfilled on that level, if you are attracting like-minded people, that sort of thing. So just staying focused. Let's actually switch it up. I feel like this is a good time. Make some space here. Ooh, the Star. So you're coming from a place where you know you're the shit, and you have an extensive amount of knowledge that is ancient, divine, and sacred. And your understanding of the world is very wise in terms of the balance of give and take. So you know what you need to do. It's just, you know, sometimes you get caught up in the feels, right? The feels take over. They're overwhelming. But, you know, you have that Aquarian energy. You can channel that. And this is a perfect time. You know, we're moving through a fire sign in this sidereal chart. So here's some fabulous air to keep that fire sustainably fueled in this brief time of darkness we are about to enter. And it's so Aryan type of, not Aryan, oh my goodness, Aries type of, oh my gosh, Aries type of energy to, you know, to recognize your own fabulousness through this brief period of darkness. So then we have the 5 of Cups. It's reversed, so that's exactly where we want it to be moving forward. Emotional conflict will be resolved. So I get the feeling that with the Star card in combination with the Five of Cups reversed, as well as the Two of Cups reversed. This is literally what is the weather affecting you. It is the cosmos. It is the energies that are outside of you that are making you feel off. So that's real. It's like possibly someone else's stuff if you're an empath, picking up on things that don't belong to you. It's hard to filter through those sometimes, especially when we got some reversed Queen of Swords here. So, you know, really got those movies running in your head. It's like you're your own psychological enemy here. You're not nurturing. This could also be a person. This sort of speaks to your own attitude, though, more than anything. So your attitude towards somebody, or it's really being impacted by this person with a very double-edged sword who can be extremely emotionally manipulative. It could be a feminine, you know, a person who's meant to be a nurturing energy in your life, but it's not gender specific. So, what do we got here next? We have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is anxiety. Anxiety and just not being able to sleep properly. This is how people view you on some level. You know, they see that you are troubled with anxiety. They recognize that this is an issue that's ongoing for you. Just kidding. That's the Nine of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is feeling trapped. It can be linked to anxiety, but you're not quite there yet. This is just all in your mind. A situation where you are, you know, feeling tied down, not being able to see a way out, even though it could very well be right in front of you on some level. So it's tricky with the 8, but at the same time, sometimes it's just a matter of time, like the right moment, the right everything being in alignment type of situation that helps you to open up your eyes, to turn that 3 of Swords upright, to stop letting whatever energy rob you of, could be anything really, rob you of dignity, feelings of guilt and shame. What else? Even opportunities, rob you of opportunities because you're mixing with people that might be toxic on some level. Or just the opportunities you take from yourself when you realize that, you know, you also have a lot of good things in your life and that you are really grounded as a Taurus. You know, you care about your home, about your well-being. Let's actually switch this up again now. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords speaks of passage, of forward movement, of collecting everything that you hold dear to you, all of your, you know, basics, sacred belongings and people, or those who you have responsibilities to or are actually responsible for. This is what you hope to move through, like, you know, like the Mercury, the planet Mercury, and also the, I believe, Roman god Mercury was all about communication, but movement and traveling, you know, those messages sending and receiving of messages. And being in Aquarius, like that message of hope, right? So you hope to really rekindle your vibe with hope on some level, and to have it, and to feel like, you know, the next hill after this plateau does not lead to the same type of plateau. It leads to, you know, forward and upward and onward type of movement. So next up we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So this could either be two things. This is you needing to let go of certain emotional ties and move on into another period of self-care and discovery. Or this could also be you, you know, sort of being done with that, or not needing to do that, where you're in a place, you know, you're content with where you're at. You're content with all of your emotional ties, and you don't see any reason to remove anybody from your life, to remove any old, you know, old ties or emotions that you're internalizing and holding on to, and that you're done. Like there's nothing that you need to basically abandon and move on from. So I hope that is the case, that you're secure and solid, but also I hope that, you know, if it is something that you need to do, that you actually, you know, come to terms with that and get the ball rolling, start letting go of things that no longer serve you with this new moon, in order to make room for more that does. And let's pull a card for you here. Ooh, this is powerful. Your growth scares people who don't want to change. My fingers are all ashy from the frankincense. Are you getting shit from people you think should be cheering you on? If you thought of them as scared people instead of giant assholes, could you be more compassionate with them? Or at least let their current asshole-ishness slide for now? Compassion. Tastes nice and minty fresh, doesn't it? That's a silly one. So, Taurus, thank you so much for checking out my channel. And if this resonates, please do hit that like and subscribe button. And we will see you again next time for the